morning, Nighthawks. I'm Estefania Garcia, and you're watching NTV News. It is Wednesday, October 28th, and today we'll be featuring an interview that we had with our awesome college and career specialist on campus, Mrs. Hernandez. But before we do that, we'll be on to the announcements.
The first general meeting for Brown Issues is Thursday, October 29th from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. The club's chapter mission is to cultivate the next generation of community leaders through civic engagement, healing, and narrative change. Students can email Mr. Rios or Ms. Montelago for questions.
Are you interested in working on the yearbook? Well, you could be part of the team. If you are interested in joining the yearbook club, please contact Mr. Coleman for additional information.
Now that people have submitted their pictures, we will now be voting for the top 5 photographs in the Stay Calm Challenge. Vote now on the Google form link in the description below. The winner gets their picture displayed on NTV.
Attention class of 2022, juniors. Your class advisor, Mrs. Chavez and Mrs. Kim, are planning a special event for you. We are going to play Among Us on Friday, October 30th from 2 to 4 p.m. via Zoom. We are trying to connect as many juniors as possible, so if you're a junior, come join us.
Hey Nighthawks, it's Red Ribbon Spirit Week. Today is Team Up Day, so don't forget to wear your favorite team jersey to team up against drugs. Tomorrow's Nighthawk Day, show off that Nighthawk gear, and Friday is Spooky Day, wear something spooky. And always feel free to share your spirit on our Natomas ASB Instagram by tagging them on your posts.
As many of you may know, Mr. Baker sent out a What Natomas Likes Part 3. Here it looks like Avengers is the top most liked movie at Natomas. It looks like Natomas likes going to the theater to watch their movies. And lastly, favorite genre, comedies and action movies.
And now, our feature story. You know her as the college and career specialist on our campus, who is always giving you an abundance of info on college readiness. And here we got to sit down with Ms. Hernandez to find out more about her backstory.
So,
No, you're fine.
I'm here interviewing Ms. Hernandez, which is our college and career specialist. How are you doing today, Ms. Hernandez?
Hi, I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. So, me and my group, we've collected some questions for you. We try to do kind of some research on you. We just things we kind of thought we would know about you. So, our first question is,
Okay.
have you always wanted to be a college and career teacher? If not, what made you want to change your career path?
Good question. So no, I actually, when I went to college, let me back up. So when growing up, I was always really strong in math and science. So, we kind of get tracked in school. So I always was kind of pushed towards being a doctor. And I actually have an older sister who is a doctor and went to college before me. But so she did a biochemistry major. So I was just like, that's what I do. I like math and science. So I majored in biochemistry and molecular cell biology, thinking I'm going to go to med school. And then when I was in college, I started working. There's actually a work study program, a work study job that I had as a tutor. And there was a program on campus called Upward Bound. And I started tutoring. The students would come to our campus to get help with their homework and stuff. And I just loved it. That just became kind of what I started looking forward to for all of my days. And then they have a summer program where they came on campus, so they needed RAs, so I stayed during the summer, and once I started working with them, I just never left. So instead of applying for medical school, I ended up going to get my master's in secondary education. So I stuck with the education, and then when I graduated from my graduate program, Upper Bound had an opening for one of their counseling positions, for their advising position. So I kind of stayed there, and I was there for about 9 years. So
Wow.
I loved it.
That's great. Yeah, no, I'm also part of Upward Bound, and they're great people, and yeah, I'm really glad that we can share that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great program.
Yeah. Number 2, our second question is, how do you build relationships with our students, and is it difficult?
You know what? Working at Natomas is very much like the high school that I attended. So a lot of the population, so it was mostly Latino, a little bit of mix of everything else. So I don't feel like, I kind of feel like, I'm at home. So I don't feel like it's been very hard to get to know students. I come from very similar backgrounds than a lot of our students. I'm first generation, so my parents didn't go to college, and I kind of feel like I have a lot in common with our students. So it hasn't been very hard to build relationships. We have awesome students.
Yeah, that's great. I really like that you can connect with our students, like relating with that, with being first generation.
Yeah.
It's real. Sorry, my throat got dry, but it's really cool. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our third question was, what is your favorite thing about your job?
Oh, that's easy. The students. The students are awesome, right? Like we have a lot of students, and like I said, I can relate to you guys. I feel like we come from the same place, and the way I kind of do my job is I kind of think about like, what do I wish somebody would have told me when I was in high school, right? So, opening up and letting you guys know about all the options that you guys have, I think is probably my favorite thing, just because I think a lot of students, don't know what is out there, and you can go to the school and get it paid for and go to, go across the country, and there's all these scholarships and fly-in programs, and there's just all these opportunities, and I just like you guys to know about all of that.
Yeah, we thank you for that. It's really a great help. Without you, we'd be like confused and lost, so thank you. And our last question is there anything you wish you would have known in your first year of being a college and career specialist for our campus?
That's a hard one. Probably the hardest part, I think, has been not having enough time with students, right? Like, there is so much that I want to get to show you guys and to work through with you guys and to help with, right? Like your personal statements, and all of that takes time. So I would probably say I wish I had more time with you guys, right? I know some schools, and I've kind of dropped this in different meetings, I know some schools have like an advisory period, right, where they use all of that time to meet with their college people or their counselors or whoever, and I think that's probably the only thing that I can think of, because everything else has been awesome. This has been I always tell people, like, I have the best job, right? Like, I get to meet with and just awesome students and let you guys, figure out, talk about your dreams and how we're going to get there and be part of that plan. So it's just, it makes my life really happy.
That's nice to hear, and I'm sure our students are going to be really happy to hear that. Like, you like connecting with us and helping us out it's awesome. So thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, I think that's all. So thank you. Thank you for...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, of course.
It's always good to see you guys.
This month is Anti-Bullying Awareness Month, and unfortunately, bullying is sometimes not taken seriously. Well, what is bullying, you might ask? Many of you may know bullying as one ridiculing another, harming one physically or emotionally. What many do not know is that anyone could be a bully even without intent. They can suddenly take the role of a bystander or a cyberbully, which are the most common roles of a bully. Bullying can lead to many detrimental effects on one's life, effects that may even lead to a loss of a life. If you see someone who is being bullied and won't do anything to help, then you're part of the problem. So be the solution. Stop bullying and help your community. If you see any bullying or are aware of it, then tell an adult as soon as possible. You could be the person that makes another feel safe and happy. All month should be Anti-Bullying Awareness Month, so think of what you can do to stop bullying.
Thank you for watching, and catch us next time with our NTV News.